Good morning. This is a tutorial for how to get logged in and establish your account to do the Leatherstocking Council's tent in for the beginning of 2022. We start by going to the web page indicated on the council's website for the tent in, which is shown here at the top, donations.scouting.org/hashtag/volunteer/login. It's the same, it's the link right from the event web page on the council website. So we can see here we're being asked to log into myscouting.org. If you already have an account, then we just need to log in. If you do not have an account, right down below here, you can create one. It's very quick, easy. You just need to provide your name and email, and you'll have an account established very quickly. So I already have an account, so username TE Yorks I would type in, or actually using a computer that has the Touch ID, so I'm going to use that. I would enters my password directly. On my page, I already have a photograph inserted and a $100 to goal. This was just a practice run from before, so this is actually going to go through this as if I had not done that previously. So to get started, we need to create, to get involved in a new peer-to-peer event. Under council name, we hit the drop down and scroll down to Leatherstocking and hit start. And now we've got a new appeal being created. And on this left 2/3 of the screen is where we actually create the appeal, enter information. Over on the right hand, about 1/3 of the screen, this is a preview of what will be generated and be shown to your friends, family, whoever else you might want to ask to donate to the effort. We can enter a photograph. This is a photo, overnight adventure in a Quincy from last year. And I'm going to adjust, I can adjust the proportions, the aspect here. Mine's a square photo, so I'll just adjust that. And there's what we're going to have. Next, we're going to select the Scouting peer-to-peer purpose. And you probably only have one like I do here. But if not, the one we want is the Leatherstocking Council tent in. So I'm going to click that to select. The Scouting peer-to-peer name, that will be my name, your name, however you choose to put that in. The Scouting peer-to-peer goal is where we want to specify what goal we're going to try to achieve, and this can be anything you want. No goal is too big or too small. I'm going to use an example of $500 shooting relatively high, at least for me. And I'll put that as an example. If you raise at least $100, Mr. James Hasty will be happy to send to you a Friends of Scouting Council strip. Next thing I'm going to do is to enter some suggested donation amounts. And I'm going to choose some different options that might be appropriate to what I'm going to try to raise here. So I think I'll start out with, say, $10. $10. Add that as an option. And then I hit add. It's going to turn up as a donation amount option over here on the right hand side. And let's suppose I'll say maybe $25 is the next level. I've entered 10 and 25 so far. Over here in the donation amount, both of those options are now showing up. And because I'm shooting high here, trying to raise as much as I think I reasonably can from friends and family, I don't have a great idea whether this will work. But I'm going to go ahead and add a $50 amount, and who knows, maybe somebody will be interested in paying $100 to make me stay outside 2 extra nights. So I'll add that as well. And so I've got donation amounts of 10, 25, 50, and 100. If you want, you can allow the donor to define a donation amount. If I click that, then an other option turns up. I'm not going to select that. I'm going to try and make the decision making maybe a little bit easier for potential donors. You can also allow the donor to pay fees. Not sure if there's any fees associated with this, but I guess it can't hurt to include that. And then I need a description, because as it is right now over here in the preview, this is all that my potential donors are going to see. Me enjoying a night in the snow and some dollar amounts, but not really understanding what I'm going to be doing for this. So I'm going to type in a description over here, and what I'm going to propose to do as an example is to sleep outside for a consecutive night per every $50 donated, up to the $500, which would mean if I can raise $500, I'm committing to staying outside, sleeping outside 10 nights in a row. So I'm going to type up that description as best I can so that when my donors look at this, what they receive when I email them, or they look at the page, they'll understand what I'm doing. So I'm going to write a message. Okay. Hi, thank you for helping me to support scouting within the Leatherstocking Council. I'm asking you to sponsor me during a tent-in. For every $50 raised, I will commit to sleeping outside in a tent or quinzhee for an additional consecutive night. For example, if I get $500 in sponsorships, I will sleep outside for 10 consecutive nights. So you can see that is reflected over here in the preview, and I think I've got it worded fairly well. And the end date, we need to select. We're going to run this through the end of May. So I'm going to scroll through by hitting the right-facing arrow here, and I'll select May 31st. And I'm just going to check things over, and I think I have everything ready. And I believe I do. And now I'm going to hit Next. Now it's going to ask me to indicate how I'm going to thank my sponsors. And so I can include a different photo here, or I can use the previous photo, which would be the easiest thing to do, or I can add a different photo. Oh, I guess here we got stock images that we could include, which are all lovely, but I'm going to just stick with my original to keep it simple. And I'm going to type my thank you message. Thank you for supporting scouting in Leatherstocking Council. And I think I can leave it at that. And that's all I need to do. And now I'm going to hit send for approval. James Hasty will take a look at this and approve if everything's good to go, and correct anything that, or add anything that needs to be added, and follow up with questions. So send for approval. And now it's been sent to the council for approval, review and approval, and as soon as that gets approved, you'll get notified, and then we'll be able to proceed from there. We'll hit finish. Here's my pending peer-to-peer tent-in proposal, if you will.